In May 2018, a 37-year-old police constable in southern India was beaten to death with iron rods. His crime? Trying to stop a truck. The truck was full of sand. His name was Jagadish Durai. He's one of at least 418 people who died in India over a single 16-month stretch, all of them killed by what's now called the Sand Mafia. That word, mafia, sounds dramatic. It isn't. It's the most accurate word we have. Because here's what almost nobody realizes. The world is running out of sand. And the people fighting over what's left are killing each other. Now your instinct is probably to roll your eyes. Running out of sand? There's a literal Sahara desert. There are beaches. But there's a problem you probably didn't know about. Desert sand is useless. When wind shapes sand, it rolls the grains over each other for thousands of years. They become smooth, round, almost spherical. And when you mix smooth, round grains into concrete, they don't bind. The whole thing falls apart. The sand we need is angular, sharp-edged, river sand, marine sand, the kind shaped by water, not wind. And that kind, it turns out, is finite. We use about 50 billion tons of it every year. That's the second most extracted resource on Earth, after water. The global market hit $569 billion in 2024. Demand has grown fivefold since 1970. Supply hasn't. So who actually uses all this sand? You do. Even if you've never thought about it. Sand is in concrete. Concrete is in every building, every road, every bridge. 2/3 of a concrete mix, by weight, is sand and gravel. It's in glass. It's in semiconductors. Your phone is partly sand. It's in toothpaste, in wine, in the asphalt under your car right now. And the world is using it faster than rivers can produce it. Now zoom in on one country, Singapore. In 1965, when Singapore became independent, it was 224 square miles. Today it's bigger, physically bigger, by about 24%. That growth isn't from babies, it's from sand. Singapore has been pulling sand out of the ocean and dumping it along its coast for 60 years. The famous Marina Bay Sands Hotel? It sits on land that didn't exist in 1990. But Singapore doesn't have its own sand, so it buys it, mostly from Indonesia. Before 2003, Indonesia was shipping over 50 million tons of sand to Singapore every year. In the process, entire Indonesian islands started disappearing. One island, Nipa, was so heavily dredged it almost vanished into the sea. The Indonesian government finally stepped in. In 2003, they banned sea sand exports. In 2007, they banned land sand too. Cambodia followed in 2017 after a BBC investigation. Malaysia banned it in 2019. So if you're Singapore or any country desperate for sand, what do? You go where the rules don't reach, which brings us back to India. India is the world's second largest sand consumer, and it has thousands of rivers, which means thousands of riverbeds full of the angular sand the construction industry needs. The legal sand market in India can't keep up with demand. The illegal one can. In states like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Madhya Pradesh, between 250 and 350 trucks leave the Yamuna River area every single night, loaded illegally. This isn't small time. This is industrial-scale theft of a natural resource. And the people running it allegedly include businessmen with deep political connections. Local officials who try to stop them get transferred. Or worse. In 2012, an IPS officer named Narendra Kumar was run over by a tractor full of illegal stone in Madhya Pradesh. He'd been trying to stop the vehicle. In 2018, a journalist investigating illegal sand mining was run over by a truck in the same state. That same year, the constable from the start of this story, Jagadish Durai, was beaten to death with iron rods on a riverbed in Tamil Nadu. His widow alleged that some police officers had been working with the people who killed him. A study covering just 16 months found 418 sand-related deaths and 438 injuries. Journalists, cops, villagers, anyone who got in the way. This is what running out of sand looks like. Here's the part that should worry you. In 2023, Indonesia quietly reversed its 20-year ban. Then President Joko Widodo opened up 7 new areas for sand mining. Up to 17 billion cubic meters of sand, newly permitted for extraction. The official reason is economic. The unofficial one is simpler. The place that nearly destroyed its own islands in 2003 is now wealthier than ever. And the main buyer, Singapore, is still right next door. There are technologies that could fix this. Empoldering, the Dutch seawall trick, could cut Singapore's sand needs by 40%. Recycled concrete can replace some construction sand. Manufactured sand, made by crushing rock, works for parts of the supply chain, but none of it scales fast enough. Global infrastructure spending is projected to hit $6.9 trillion a year by 2050. Every road, every airport, every apartment tower needs sand. The math doesn't work without more extraction. So here's what to actually take from this. You probably learned in school that sand and water are the most basic things on Earth. Free, endless, unlimited. That's a story we built our entire civilization on. And the people defending what's left of it aren't doing it with lawyers. They're doing it with iron rods on the side of a river at 2 a.m. The world is using up the second most common resource it has. And almost nobody is talking about it. Next time, we're going inside the industry that owns the elevator in your building, and why 4 companies on Earth have rigged it so you can never escape paying them.